So welcome everybody. I'm glad you all made it and happy Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Hopefully everybody is excited and ready for the weekend to do some fun stuff, while the sunshine is here. So let's get started with our today's webinar. Our topic, like the slide says, it's pricing and warranty protocol. We're going to discuss about how pricing is done and what are some of the warranty protocols that we might want to keep in mind from the appliance repair industry perspective. So let me go ahead and get this shared really quickly. All right. So if you guys look at this one, our next slide, it's about transparency, like I was mentioning to Deepak. This is, we based off of our previous 3 webinars, we were talking about how parts move in ServiceWorks, a complete transparency of what happens with parts while they are moving from inventory, from purchase order to inventory, and from inventory it goes to the truck, and then finally it goes to your customer location. It gets installed, replaced, whatever the destined thing is with that part. The whole complete transparency is what we wanted to see how that happens in ServiceWorks. So our first 3 webinars, the first one we talked about precision and inventory tracking, like how precision is important when you are tracking your inventory, and how do you get to that precision? How do you precisely track your inventory? What are some of the technology that you can leverage provided by ServiceWorks in order to achieve that precision? The second one, we went over how important partnership and procurement management is, like, how important it is to partner with a distributor, how to get best rates from them, how do you procure parts, how that whole process is made seamless. We saw how Marconi integration works with ServiceWorks, how Encompass works, all of that we had seen. We also had talked about how the new feature of Marconi Cart was implemented and how that can be used. Yeah, sure, Jennifer. I'm just looking at your chat and you're saying that you missed those webinars, but yes, we would definitely share that recording out. Camila, if you want to make a note of it, we can send Jennifer the recording of all the previous 3 webinars that, they can watch. So we will love to share that with you guys. The third one was the part identification and placement, like how to identify a part that is needed for a specific repair work. I know we talked about the first call completion, I think, last time. I know many of you do, like, if you get a call, you want to do a triage first, identify the problem. Most likely you would like to have the part beforehand ordered if you've identified what the problem could be, and just during the first call itself, you would want to go there, diagnose it, do your labor work, replace the part, fix the appliance, and make sure that you're completed the call and the repair is done in the very first call itself. So we focus a little bit about that. And today we're going to talk about pricing and warranty protocol. Basically, how can you do pricing in your offering the service, basically. So we've seen this over the time and again in all our 3 webinars. This is a matrix, which actually is like the pillar of the transparency, the precision of inventory, part identification, the placement, partnership and procurement, pricing and warranty protocol. Hey, Mark, thanks for joining. And the second one, these are the pillars that we have seen, and we're going to talk about the pricing model. So what are some of the pricing models that the industry follows today? One is the cost-based pricing, then you have market-based, value-based. What about discounts and promotions, how that is done and how that is put in place, and what are the things that you have to keep in mind when you're trying to do your pricing? Transparency is something that you always should keep in mind when you are trying to do any kind of pricing. So basically, today we're going to look at how, in competitive world, how pricing should be competitive in this industry. Having a robust pricing strategy and some clear warranty protocol is very crucial to have a successful business. And today we've designed this session to basically equip all the appliance repair professionals with knowledge and the tools that are needed to refine the pricing structure and how to implement this pricing structure and how to effectively implement the warranty processes if you want to. And whether you're a business owner, you're a manager, or your service area rep, this is going to be very helpful. Every one of you is going to have some actionable insight to enhance your business operations. Everybody is going to have some takeaway with them at the end of the session. So Camila is here to help us with the chat. She's going to watch the chat. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to post them in the Q&A box. We will try to do Q&A session towards the end of our session. She will be watching those chats and the Q&A box to help you guys out, answer your questions, or we can keep some of the questions towards the end to discuss more on any of these topics that we've covered today. So let's talk a little bit about cost-based pricing. What do we have to keep in mind when we are doing pricing that is cost-based? First of all, when we are doing cost-based pricing, we have to understand how to incorporate our labor cost, our parts cost, how we're trying to incorporate our overheads. These are some of the factors that we always have to keep in mind. We have to understand how to accurately calculate your labor. You should always consider including your wages that you're paying your technicians, the benefits that you're paying them, any additional compensation your technicians and your support staff is getting. Those are some of the things that you should always keep in mind. Same with parts. When you're trying to look at the part cost, you should learn to factor that cost in. So cost of the parts required for the repairs, like, what is the cost that is included that you guys incur in order to purchase that part? What is the cost that your inventory management you're incurring for maintaining your inventory? So basically anything that includes purchasing, your inventory management, any cost that is associated with shipping or handling, all of that should be accounted for. And any of the overhead costs like utilities, rents, insurance, any administrative expenses that you guys have, or any other operational cost. Basically, we just want to ensure we're considering all the options here, and we do like a comprehensive cost calculation. Anything when we are doing all of this, and I'm going to repeat this over the period of time a little bit ahead, like we're going to look at 4 types of costing. So I'm going to repeat that over and again, that whenever you're doing this costing, you have to make sure that you keep in mind that you have a margin, you have a decent, healthy profit margin for yourself to draw from. So that's how you're going to design your pricing. If you have used ServiceWorks for a while now, you must have been seeing that there is like a red background text which says your gross profit, and it tells you like the percentage and the dollar amount, the gross profit for the job. So you must be wondering how and where that is coming from. And if some of you, if I have talked to you in the past, I would have talked to you saying that, hey, when you are doing you're setting up your price list, or you're setting up your price for any of the part, make sure you enter the cost for it. And a lot of my customers ask me, like, why do I need the cost? We need the cost because we want to show you how much gross profit you're making per job or per service that you're actually offering. Let's say you're doing a diagnostic call, but to offer that diagnostic call, you actually incur a cost of $35. And then you are offering that service at like $40. So that $5 is your straight profit for just offering that service. But there are other factors in, there's a part that you might need to install. Then there is a cost that you actually incur to procure that part. That could be shipping costs, that could be handling, it could be anything basically related to that. Then you deploy a technician to go out there to fix that appliance, you offer that service. So what happens is you are paying wages. You are either paying by percentage to the technician, or you are paying by per hour, or you're doing both, or you're doing even a flat fee, or you're doing a combination of all of that. So you need to keep in mind that. So if you look at that green text where it says gross profit, underneath that you will see your cost of your service, cost of your part, and basically your employee commission section. If you know these terms in ServiceWorks, you can see that. And that is all wired together, and you can see the total of all that is uh, bundled up to show you your gross profit for that job, ideally. So definitely make sure, if you guys are not practicing it yet, to put the cost of any service that you offer. Make sure you guys, you go ahead and put your cost for every service that you offer. So this is that column that you would see. And if you go to your configuration, price list, and if you create any new service line item, anything under your price list, make sure that you put your cost in. So whenever you say, okay, I offer like repair service at $250 per hour, and that cost me like $60, and it's going to be like 2 hours, your cost is going to be like $120 right there for that one service item that you offer to your customers. So that's how your cost-based pricing model will work. One other thing there was markup strategies in the slide below. Like before, we talked a little bit about markup. So what are we doing when we're looking into markup strategies? We apply markup strategies to ensure your pricing covers all calculated costs, and we're trying to, again, generate a healthy profit margin. That's the whole goal, to do markup. We also want to have the competitive edge, so we make sure, we balance profitability with competitiveness by analyzing the market, and then we try to adjust the markups to attract and retain our customers. But we also, again, want to maintain like a good, profitable business model. So that's the whole goal of markups. ServiceWorks is well equipped. We have a markup feature. You don't have to use a calculator outside ServiceWorks to do your markup and then override the price. You have the ability, at least for marking up your parts. You can you go to the markup screen. You can search by a specific brand or item. When you select from the item list, you can mark up more than one items together to make sure you're doing a markup. In the next screen, you will see like you can select a part, you select it, you write the description for the markup, and you just put the markup percentage here and you save it. Just want to add here a little bit of when we're talking about markups, ServiceWorks also, if whenever you add like a new part to the inventory management side, you will see that under the price, you will see column-based pricing. You'll see column 1, 2, 3. So many of you must be wondering, what is that? So you can actually put in a altogether separate price for a part A, and you would just offer that column number 1 pricing to a specific customer. They have a long standing with you. They have been your customers for 30, 40, 50 years. You give them, all parts or certain parts at like 10% markup or whatever. You can either do the markup there, or you can just put the specific price that you will offer. And in the customer's profile, you can link what kind of column pricing they get when they actually do the repair work with you. So that is also something that you can keep in mind and ensure that you guys can use that column-based pricing. Thank you, Camilla. Wonderful. She's actually put a blog which talks about a mass markup in your inventory, and she's also mentioning that the column-based pricing is covered in that blog. So I would definitely encourage all of you to go over that blog. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or Camilla. Or at the end of the session, Camilla would share our email here, which is success@service.works. So we'll be more than happy to help you guys there. So the next one we have is market-based pricing. So when you talk about market-based pricing, you should always do a lot of competitor analysis. Look at their pricing strategies, see what kind of pricing model they're using. Some of those pricing strategies could be, you can do competitor research, you can do benchmarking. So when you're doing competitor research, you conduct research through different pricing models you look at. You see what are generally in your area, what are your service rates? Are your competitors offering any kind of package deals? Are they doing any kind of special offers, when they offer their services? Use all that gathered data to benchmark your own pricing against what the industry standards are and what your competitors are actually offering. And then you identify areas where you can be more competitive. So that ways you have the industry standard, you have what your competitors are doing, and then you will have what you're doing, and then you will find out the areas where you can be more competitive. So that is something that you would do with the competitor pricing analysis. Now, other one is you can make adjustments based off of what is happening in your local market or whatever your current economic conditions are. Like local market demands, it could, you can use that to evaluate your local market to make sure make sure you want to determine whether your pricing is optimal. You want to understand the unique needs and preferences of your customer base. Remember, we cannot compromise that, so we have to always keep our customer in the center, make sure we understand their unique needs and their preference. Then other one we want to talk about is your economic conditions, on which we have no control on, but we have to make sure we are considering those economic conditions around us, inflation rates, unemployment levels, any kind of regional economic health. We would want to consider that, just to ensure your pricing model remains attractive and still sustainable. We have to keep sustainability and profitability at the center with any kind of pricing that we want to do. We should always keep that in the center and in front of us. Next up is our value-based pricing. What is value-based pricing? We have to showcase value of your service to your customers. Pricing based is on perceived customer value. You mean like set prices that are based on perceived value of your services to your customers. So we have to consider factors like convenience, reliability, overall customer experience. Like if you always give like a same day service, that's your value. You're not, when the customer calls and you're telling them, hey, okay, fine, I'll, be there whenever I can in the next 7 days. No, your specialty is you do same day service. That's value. Your customer is not waiting on you for another 2 days to show up. You're giving them value. You're giving them service that is the same day. Premium pricing, justify. If your pricing is slightly higher than your competitor, why is your price high? By emphasizing something unique that you provide your customers, as compared to what the other competitors in your area are offering. You have to always emphasize on the quality of service you provide, the expertise that your technicians are bringing in, and reliability, of course, always. So when you provide like a high quality service, you should include high quality parts. You should include high quality technicians, experienced technicians who have like 20, 30 years experience. They know just by looking at your appliance, they should be able to predict what could have gone wrong, and that's the part we covered in our last webinar, which was about like the first call completion, because in the very first place, you identified what part you want to use for this kind of a problem. So there's that. So that's the kind of expertise that you're bringing to the table. You're not bringing somebody to the appointment who's going to just like look at what's going on and then do like a video call for somebody in the office. No, they're there. They know what the problem is. They look at it. They fix it. First appointment, you're golden. It's all done because you gave them same day service. You got there, you had the part, everything was done, and that's the difference. That's the value you guys provided. That's the value you provided your customers. So that's about value-based pricing. Now we're going to look at discounts and promotions. What we can offer them when we're talking about discounts and promotions. We can offer seasonal discounts. We can do holiday promotions, refer programs. loyalty incentives, like customer retention. There's so many things that you can actually do out there. You can implement discounts, just give them discounts during peak season, or slow periods to attract customers, just to make sure you boost your sales. Like, okay, um, holiday promotions, create special holiday offers on your holiday to just entice your customers seeking appliance repair or any kind of maintenance work they want to schedule for all their clients during these festive times. So if they schedule that, they get like 5% option, like 5% off or 10% off. You can do special discounts for veterans, students, senior citizens, whatever you would like. You can do referral programs, encourage your existing customer base to refer new clients by offering, incentives such as like a discount on their future service, or just like a free service or free inspection of all their appliances, something free. Who doesn't like discounts and promotions? Everybody likes it. You know, Loyalty incentives, you can do that. Customer retention, develop loyalty programs that reward repeat customers with discounts, special offers, exclusive service to foster a long-term relationship. All of that, you know, these are some of the ways you can attract and keep customers, discounts, promotions, all of that. Uh, Transparent pricing. This is the screenshot that I got actually from where you can create a discount. So as you can see, we have an expiration date also for that discount. So, and you can use this discount even if they have the discount code. If any one of you here is using the instant booking feature of ServiceWorks, then they can actually key in this discount code if your customer had that discount code, and then they can just apply this discount 10% to the service that they're requesting. I'm going to talk a little bit about instant booking here in a quick bit. So we're going to talk about transparent pricing. Now, how can you do that? Clear communication is one way to do it. Tell your customer upfront what is going to be their cost. What is it that if they have to repair a dryer, what is the cost that they should, what is the price that you're going to offer, and what is the expense that they're going to incur, so they can anticipate what is coming. So ensure that pricing information is clearly communicated to your customers at all stages of all throughout your service process, right from the initial consultation to your final billing. Make sure they know what they're going to expect at the end of your final bill. Detailed estimates. ServiceWorks does let you provide detailed estimates. We also let you provide uh you know multi-option estimates, like the good, better, best choice. ServiceWorks lets you do that, so make use of that. Provide detailed estimate, outline all the potential costs, include that, including labor, part, any kind of miscellaneous additional fees that they're going to incur. Make sure we document that, we put it in the estimate before, when we send it to them. Make sure there's no hidden fees. Establish a policy, of transparent pricing at your business by avoiding all, any kind of unexpected charges and hidden fees. Ensure customers are fully aware of the cost upfront right from the get-go. They know what they're going to get into. So if you're using the instant booking, make sure your service, whatever the service is going to cost them, it's right there out there in front of them. So at the checkout, when they're trying to book an appointment with you, they know what they're going to pay to get that diagnostic call scheduled with you. And if you want to write to them and tell them that, hey, this is just the diagnostic fee, and we will give you an estimate for the rest of the work that we need to do, or this is just like the initial consultation fee and you might incur more. There will be more to your final bill as we come and diagnose your problem and we find out what is exactly wrong with your appliance. So there is something called as disclaimers in ServiceWorks. You can write your own disclaimer, have that displayed on your instant booking page, or you can also include that in your estimate so they know that, hey, this is my upfront cost, but I might have to pay something more when I'm at the final stage of my billing. So this is something that you let them know so they can they're aware of what's coming. So this is like building trust, build and maintain that trust by being transparent and honest with your pricing. And you're like, it's like a two-way street. So you're fostering a positive reputation of yourself. And then in turn, you're also going to get that customer's loyalty. So that is all about pricing. And I have some takeaways that I've listed that, some small bullet points at the end of our session about our pricing model that we went over, like the cost based, value based, market based, all of that. But definitely to sum up all this that we talked about is leverage the technology that you guys have in your hand. Make sure you set your cost when you're setting up your price list, when you're setting up your inventory items. Make sure you're setting up your cost, your markups, you're setting up your column-based pricing. One thing I wanted to mention, sorry for not covering that before, ServiceWorks also lets you import your distributor pricing. So let's say you're trying to order from, you're using 3 distributors. You want to compare your price at what you're going to buy a certain part. That also helps you to dictate to a certain extent what the price of your part should be for your customer. Because if you get a better rate, obviously you're going to offer that part at a better rate to your customers. So that is also something that you might want to see how distributor pricing can be implemented in ServiceWorks. So questions, please feel free to post them. Camila will post blog information related to that if she can post now, or we can always talk about that question towards the end of our session. Let's talk about warranty protocols. The warranties play a crucial role, in appliance repair business, providing assurance to your customers. Make sure, you're trying to foster trust in the service that you're provided. What are the different types of warranties that you can provide, you can cover, offer. And when you offer them, you also have to think about effectively like managing all of that. So I know, and I have heard from, a couple of our users that they offer 90 days on the labor that was provided, or 30 days warranty. So you can offer some standard warranty terms. And again, you can include them in your disclaimer or your every invoice. There's towards the end of it, there's terms and conditions. You can mention that, that we provide 30 days warranty for minor repairs, or, you offer short-term, some kind of a short-term assurance that you're trying to offer them at 30, 90 days, or like a 1 year, a standard, which is for if there was like a major repair done, like you guys, I don't know, but just saying you guys replaced the drum of the dryer, this is like major. So if you want to provide like a 1 year warranty on the labor or any kind of a high quality service, remember value-based service, any high quality service you offer, you want to give them a little bit of more assurance, some more long-term peace of mind. You offer them that, those are the kind of things. And, some coverage details, basically. What are you covering? Are you covering just labor, or you're covering parts? Are you just covering like the service call, like cost of all the service needed just to address whatever you just covered in that service call, sort of a thing? So these are some of the things that you can offer. You can do like a standard warranty or like an extended for long-term protection beyond your warranty period. Often that goes for like several years. But of course, there's like a fee attached to it. It's nothing like free that you're doing. ServiceWorks also integrates with warranty claim processors. We've talked about, a lot of you have talked to us about Service Power, Service Bench, and now First American Home Warranty. We do integrate with First American Home Warranty as well. Going forward, we integrated that, I think, this year. So these are the warranty processors that we definitely integrate with. So this warranty process is it's extensive. What starts from manufacturer and ends with the customer. Basically, warranty management system. To have a warranty management system, it's crucial in any service industry for tracking the product or the equipment or the appliance, and then the services under that warranty, and manage the claim, the expenses for that claim, process those claims for so many customers, through different vendors. It's all costlier, than handling claims for fewer OEMs, basically warranty claims. Um, ServiceWorks facilitates you to, streamline your warranty management. We integrate with these three providers electronically. We can pull in your work orders from that network, get it to ServiceWorks. You can then assign a technician. You can have a streamlined process of how to address those warranty calls, right? From assigning a job type, assigning a technician, figuring out what is covered, whether the part is covered, whether the labor is covered, all of that. It's like a step by step integration, right from verification of the process, possibly look at like the diagnosis, what's going wrong, what's happened, review whatever documents they have submitted, and then look at how you can resolve that, outline that process, schedule a service, replace the part, and then finally, submit the claim. So these are some of the things that we support with. You need to have a very efficient internal process for managing these warranties. And I know a lot of our customers are, they have really well oiled, well crafted internal warranty management systems. And many of you that I've talked to, every time I talk to somebody who does warranty management, I learn something new. So there's a lot of different ways that you guys handle that in your day to day. So these are the ones. Like I said, make sure you have like a streamlined procedures. You have a dedicated team. Implement a system to track your status claims in a timely fashion. So I actually have like this video recorded here. I think it's playing. So it's going to talk about how you have your claim processor set. Then you create. I'm trying to create a job here manually. Not sort of getting a job here from anywhere. But if you look at this, under this bell icon right here on the top right, you should see all your service bench and service power jobs flowing in. If service power, service bench, and FAWH is all connected to ServiceWorks, then we automatically can bring the jobs in here. And you can accept them, you can assign them to your techs. And then there will be a small label here somewhere. And then this will say this was a job that came from Service Power or Service Bench or FAWH, and it will have a specific dispatch number. So, and that toggle which says, is there a warranty on this product? It's always turned on and it's blue. So you can look at these fields, what was the purchase date of this appliance? What was the dispatch number? Dispatch number is like the job number your warranty processor is going to have. So these are the kind of things, this is the kind of information that you will get from these third party like Service Bench, Service Power, and FAWH. And then you can see how you can actually, pick who is responsible for part billing, who is responsible for the service billing. It says billable to, and then we are selecting the claim processor there, even for the part that you are authorized to use for that specific repair. You will be selecting, the billable to part, which is like to your claim processor. That's what you're going to do. So we're going to see how this job is completed. And once that job is completed, how you can see how you can go under the warranty claims and then submit this warranty. So for Service Power and Service Bench, you can directly submit the warranty from ServiceWorks from the warranty claims section. And I think Camila and me, we were just talking about that. So we also send the substatus back to your warranty processors about what status the job is in after the repair work is done. Your explanation of services also go to your warranty processors. They know what is kind of work that you've done and so far. So let's give it a minute, and it's going to take you to the warranty screen to show you how you are going to submit that warranty claim. And when you're also giving the labor warranty to your customers, we have to make sure that they're aware about the exclusions and limitations, basically. What is that you're covering in your labor warranty as well? Make sure that they are not misusing the warranty. They, make sure you tell them clearly what are the things that you don't cover and what are the things that you cover. Make sure that you leave the normal wear and tear out of it, and repairs and modifications. If in the meantime, when they're in the warranty, the labor warranty that you give, if there is another party who comes in and does any kind of a service repair, then your warranty is going to be void. These are the kind of things that um, you have to make sure that you're always clearly communicating with your customers about, keeping everything upfront. Just let them know at the beginning of when you offer them a labor warranty or something, what are the kind of things that are included and what are some of the limitations they're going to face typically. So that's your warranty claim screen, and you can see this job number that we were talking about. So you basically select this job number, you go to the actions button, and then you go ahead and you select and you submit either Service Power or Service Bench, or you can manually uh, download the claim file, and then you can submit it in your claim processor. So for warranty jobs, you can see the warranty invoice here. The invoice would be for your warranty processor company. Ideally, what your customer gets is like a $0 invoice, basically. So these are some of the takeaways. These are some of the takeaways for your pricing uh, module, like pricing protocol, to make sure you're accurately calculating your labor part and your overhead costs. That is when you're doing your cost-based pricing, apply markups. That is again for your cost-based pricing. Do the right research when you're trying to do like the market uh, based pricing. Market based pricing is completely based on all the research that you do with your competitor. You set up a benchmark, then you see what you're doing, and you kind of compare. Price based, uh, which is like perceived value, the value based pricing that we're talking about. And again, at the end of it, make sure that you always communicate your pricing upfront. The customer knows what they're getting into at the end of their billing cycle with you. Warranty, these are some of the takeaways. Use a warranty management system for effective tracking. We definitely offer online entry verification and processing for claim management if you are working with the servicers like Service Power, Service Bench, to manage warranty work that you're receiving from outside. Provide uh, establish a process for managing your claims. So have a clear defined process in your office, have people assigned to do certain tasks, make sure you have clear instructions, implement that process, and try to improvise that every time there's a change in any kind of a warranty claim process workflow. This is our support email. If you have any questions and if you want to reach out for support, Camila is going to post our email. Me and Camila were from customer success team. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, we're more than happy to help you learn anything that you guys can think of. Always wanted to implement something in ServiceWorks with respect to inventory or warranties or any of our 4 pillars that we talked about, then let us know. We'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you.
If you guys think of anything later, definitely just email us at success@service.works. We'll be happy to help.
And we'll be sharing the webinar links for the previous webinar. Definitely, Jennifer will share it with you. And, we have 4 now, including today, so we should include that once this gets uploaded. We should be able to send that information to all the attendees we've had today. All right, then we will see you guys next time when we have our next webinar coming up. We'll do a quick, we'll let you guys know You have the posting in ServiceWorks. Watch out for, the in-app messages from our site, or watch out our uh, landing page, service.org. So you could also see our Facebook group, the ServiceWorks user group. If you guys want to get added to that, let us know. Drop in your emails. We'll add you to the user group on Facebook as well, so you can be a part of the Facebook community that we have. So please feel free to reach out. Success@service.works. Always here to help you guys. And we will chat soon in our next webinar whenever we have that. Thank you. All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.